You know, I'm not complaining or anything like that. But all I'm saying is I think it's pretty fucking funny how all these YouTubers all of a sudden are making shorts. You know, shorts as in like a video that's under a minute long that people can quickly watch to enjoy their day and then move on with their day where they don't have to sit behind their computer screen for 20 minutes. You know, shorts as in skits that I do like 3 times a week that are under a minute long. I mean, look guys, I'm by no means saying that anybody's copying me or anything. That's not the case. I just think it's funny that, you know, we've been doing shorts on YouTube for like 7 months now and all of a sudden they're the big fucking shit around town. Anybody that's been part of this WyattzWorld community since I opened this channel in like June, we were before our time. Now, as I'm sure you guys can tell, I made G Fuel, which means I mean fucking business. This list is mostly complete. I'm sure it's missing a couple of tight ends, but I think all the big names are in here. And just one quick thing before this video starts, you guys. I'm going to tell you about a little app. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. It's called VIGIT. VIGIT is a free social media sports app where you can make fake sports bets and win real prizes. I have a betting league of my own that you guys can join by hitting the Join Existing Leagues tab and typing in the code PLAY217 and you'll come into the WyattzWorld official betting league. You guys, I haven't really ever stressed it before, but seriously, like aside from VIGIT being a plug, if you're going to get into sports betting, VIGIT is the best way to get into it because it's literally free sports betting. And you can win real prizes, but that's besides the point, guys. Make sure that you use code WyattzWorld for 2,500 free coins at sign up. Alright, so here we are. The official tight end ladder has been created. I have the tiers divided as following. We have trash. We have misused because there's a couple tight ends in the league who I just don't think are bad, but their team just doesn't fucking use them correctly. Because when we do get to see them play, they're actually not that bad. We have solid, above average, and last but not least, do I even need to say it? Elite! Now, we all know I hate the Cowboys. I'm not going to get into it with him. I don't have anything against Dalton Schultz, honestly. But I don't know how much he's going to be used when Jarwin is healthy. Because I know Jarwin got hurt in like week 2 or 3 and Schultz kind of took over. But Schultz wasn't that bad. I'm going to definitely say he's a solid tight end. Alright, up next we got Hayden Hurst, and I was really actually disappointed with him. I thought he was going to do a lot better when he went to Atlanta to play with Matt Ryan, because he did pretty good in Baltimore being the backup to Mark Andrews and having Lamar Jackson throw him the ball. I thought he'd be fucking great this year. He wasn't bad, but he definitely wasn't like above average or anything this year, at least in my opinion. He was okay. He was solid. I'm completely kidding. Other than Latavius Murray, Jared Cook might be the only guy in the Saints roster that I don't want to punch in the teeth. He actually might be a free agent now, I'm not sure. The thing about Jared Cook though is he's still decent, but he is getting old. He's like 33 or 34 years old. I'm also going to put Jared Cook in the solid category. He's always kind of lingering around 600 yards receiving, 5 or 6 touchdowns. You know, like he's the typical solid tight end in my opinion. Alright, up next we got Dawson Knox. Now, he is going to be the first misused one that I put in here, and that's the fact that Dawson Knox can be really good if Buffalo decides to use him, and I expect them to use Dawson Knox a lot starting next year. I don't know, man. I have really high hopes for Dawson Knox. I like him a lot. I'm just going to put him in misused for now. Plus, if anybody's seen Blue Mountain State, he reminds me of Donnie, that big-ass offensive lineman that always laughs like a fucking maniac. Up next, we got Irb Smith Jr. If he's a Vikings tight end, he automatically goes into misused because the Minnesota Vikings, guys, I've been watching the Minnesota Vikings for 24 years of my life. They do not throw to their tight ends. Like, once in a blue moon, Kirk Cousins will throw a touchdown to Irb Smith or Kyle Rudolph, and it'll be like a game-winning touchdown or in a super crucial situation, and it will end up winning us the game. And then next week's game plan, we just fucking forget about the tight ends again. I don't understand it. Up next, we got TJ Hawkinson. He is going to be above average. I want to put him in elite, and he is my number 6 tight end, but there's one guy that's just barely above him, and I'll get into that when it comes. Up next, we got Tyler Eightford. You're dog shit, dude. I don't care what anybody says. He had one good year on the Bengals in like 2015 or something like that. Ever since then, he's either been hurt or he's been fucking useless. Alright, up next we got Mike Gaseki. See, the thing about Mike Gaseki is that I actually said when he first came into the league, he was going to be like the next big thing, and I still believe he can be. I think he's an above average tight end. The only thing holding Mike Gaseki back from being great is his quarterbacks. And I shouldn't really say it's their fault, it's more of the game plan's fault, but it's like one week, Mike Gesicki will have 10 receptions for fucking 95 yards and a touchdown, and then the week after that, he'll have 2 receptions for 30 yards and no touchdowns. Like, there's no fucking in between with the guy. Next up, we got Tyre Higbee. He is misused as they come. Man, this guy is a really, really good tight end too, and the Rams just don't know how to fucking use him. Alright, up next we got Jack Doyle. This guy's brains got scrambled like eggs when Vontaze Burfict gave him the beans. I can't call his numbers this year solid, but Jack Doyle ain't trash either. I'm going to toss him in the misuse pile for now. All right, up next we have Dr. Evil himself, Jimmy Graham. See, Jimmy Graham, the thing about him, to me, he's a lot like Jared Cook, although I think Jimmy Graham's a little bit better than Jared Cook, but I can't put Jimmy Graham in the above average category. I know this year he logged in like 500 receiving yards and 8 touchdowns or something, which is definitely solid, but I can't put Jimmy up here. I'm just going to give him solid too. Up next, we have Darren Fells. Oh, man. Dude, I'm going to put Darren Fells as trash. If you're a Houston fan, what the fuck are you possibly mad about right now, too? Dude, the guy's like 34 years old. I didn't hear about him for like 3 years after he left Arizona. I don't know what the hell happened to him. He comes to Houston, he averages like 2 receptions a game. I don't know, man. I don't want anything to do with Darren fucking Fells. All right, up next we got Travis Kelsey. I don't think this one needs much of an introduction, guys. Travis Kelsey, we all know you, sir, are elite. In my opinion, other than Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelsey is the most valuable weapon on that offense. This guy averages like 10 receptions for 100 yards a game. That is ridiculous. Next up, we got Noah Fant. In my opinion, he is an above-average tight end. I actually like him a lot, too. Not only is he physical and strong, but he's really fucking quick, too. If Denver can get anybody other than Drew fucking Lock throwing him the goddamn ball, he's going to be a superstar. All right, we got Austin Hooper. He is another guy that is in the Hayden Hurst situation with me. A matter of fact, he actually came from the Falcons to the Browns. I thought he was going to be even better than he was with the Falcons, and just like Hayden Hurst, he ended up doing a little bit worse. I think Austin Hooper is great. This year he definitely wasn't above average. He's a solid tight end as well. Up next, we got Mark Andrews. For some reason, I feel like where I put him is going to piss a lot of people off, and I don't really understand why, but I can kind of understand why. I don't know. He's a tweener for me, but I'm going to put Mark Andrews in the category of elite. Guys, Mark Andrews got the skill, he's got the size, he's got the talent. We all know how good he is. We've seen it time and time again. It's just the fact that he's like Mike Gaseki. We don't know how much he's going to get the ball each week. All right, next up we got Zach Ertz. Now, I hope nobody's mad at me for this. Honestly, guys, this is not an insult. I'm going to put Zach Ertz in misused. This was the first year in Zach Ertz's career that Zach Ertz didn't put up Zach Ertz numbers. Zach Ertz played in a dumpster fire of an organization. Next up, we got the great Cameron Braid. This guy's a fucking touchdown machine, and he's nothing besides that. He doesn't do anything other than score a couple touchdowns every single year, and I don't really know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with him. I'm going to put Cameron Braid in misused as well, because I can't call him trash when all he does is come in and catch like 4 or 5 touchdowns a year, but he doesn't get any playing time besides that, unless somebody's hurt. Up next, we got Evan Ingram. I would love to give him above average. I thought this guy was a fucking stud coming into this year. I still think he's good. He just didn't do that much this year. I think he only scored like, what, 1 fucking touchdown or something? Evan Ingram is going to go in solid. All right, up next, we got Chris Herndon from the Jets. This might not be all his fault, but dude, you are dog shit. Up next, we go on to Kyle Rudolph, another misused Vikings tight end. I don't have anything else to say other than the fact that he's just fucking misused. All right, and that brings us to Gronky Kong down here. Gronk is still an above-average tight end. I'm not going to put him as elite or anything like that, considering he did a ton of blocking this year and didn't really start doing much until the end of the season. But, I mean, it's still Rob Gronkowski, one of the best tight ends to ever play football, and he can still perform at an above-average level. There's no question about that. Up next, we got Jonnu Smith, one of the most interesting stories from this year's NFL season. This guy started off hotter than a pistol and ended up not doing a goddamn thing for, like, the last half of the season. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm going to put Jonnu in solid for that. All right, now we move on to Eric Ibron. Eric Ebron's weird because I've always thought that he's really good, and he hasn't really done shit since the 1 year he put up 13 touchdowns in Indianapolis. I mean, now, I'm no Steelers fan, so I don't have the most Eric Ebron knowledge in me. I'm not sure if he's just misused or he's not that good anymore. I'm just going to put him in solid. He very well could just be misused and I'm missing it, but I don't fucking know. Dallas Goddard is a solid tight end. And now, why am I putting him above Zach Ertz? Well, I'm not really putting him above Zach Ertz. The reason Zach Ertz is in misused is because I think Zach Ertz is above average. I just couldn't fucking do that after this year, but I don't think it was Zach Ertz's fault. You guys are gonna be mad. Robert Tonyan, in my opinion, is the number 5 tight end in the fucking league. He is elite. Dude, he is good. He is really, really good. Guys, I live in Minnesota, meaning 99% of the Green Bay Packers games are televised here. I have watched a lot of Robert Tonyan. I am very, very, very familiar with who he is. And look, I know you guys can be like, dude, he only had 600 receiving yards. Why is he an elite? Well, he had 11 touchdowns. In those weeks that Davante Adams wasn't there, Robert Tonyan's the reason that they won those fucking games. In my opinion, Robert Tonyan is the closest possible thing to George Kittle other than physically being George Kittle himself. Which brings us to our next person, who is George Kittle. You, sir, without a doubt, are... elite! Man, I love George Kittle, dude. This guy's a fucking goon. Up next, we got Vance Mcdonald, and I'm sure if we looked at this guy's numbers, we would understand just why he retired. Trash. Up next, Hunter Henry. He is an above-average tight end. He is almost an elite tight end, in my opinion. He's just not quite there because of his production. Up next, we got Darren Waller, the 5th and final member of Team Elite. Darren Waller, in my opinion, top 2, top 3 tight end for sure. He's either right behind Kelsey or right behind Kittle, who's right behind Kelsey. I can't tell which one, but I fucking love Darren Waller, dude. Alright, up next we got, who the fuck is that? Stone Cold Steve Austin? Is that Nick Boyle? I don't know. He's garbage, dude. Up next we got OJ Howard. I actually think OJ Howard's a pretty good tight end. Like, I can't put him above average or anything, but he's pretty damn good. Alright, what's up, guys? I'm just gonna mention this really quick. It skipped Logan Thomas because my computer bugged out and I accidentally dropped him in above average and I couldn't move him back down to average without shifting the entire fucking board. I don't know what was going on, but I meant to say solid. Up next, we got Gerald Everett. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to put him in misused because I have no fucking idea. And last but not least, we got CJ Uzuma, I think is how you say his name. I'm going to put him in trash. Joe Burrow actually did seem to like him, and then he got fucked up really bad and missed the entire year. And other than this year, he hasn't done shit, so he's trash. Well, guys, there you have it. Here's the official Wyatt's World 2020 NFL tight end tier ranking list. Jesus Christ, I got to stop saying that. That's a tongue twister. Alright guys, I hope you liked that tier ranking video. I'm not sure which tier I should do next. Some people want me to do just complete NFL defenses. Some people want me to move on to like food, candy bars, fast food. I don't know what you guys want me to do for tier ranking lists. Leave me suggestions in the comments below. I'll make sure to read them. If you guys did watch until the end, make sure to put any Q&A comments you got down below. I'll make sure to read them and try and get them in the next video. Anyway guys, have a great rest of your day, and as always, I will see you in the next video.